In this week's MXTV bike review, we take a look at the 2009 CRF250R from Honda. The first thing you notice on this year's quarter-litre CRF is its brand new plastics, which are also available with limited edition black colour variations. Besides the new colours, other changes inside Honda's newest 250 are a bit more difficult to notice. A discerning eye might observe the reshaped 240mm braking discs with matching vented plastic guards, darker coloured magnesium engine covers, and even the 3mm wider handlebar grips. What's a bit harder to notice on the new 09 250 is the reshaped cylinder head combustion chamber and the longer exhaust header, which function together to improve low to mid-range engine performance. New gear technology achieves smoother and easier gear shifts with less clutch action needed, and the fixed gear features 3 engagement dogs fitting into 4 slots instead of 3 on the free spinning gear. This new arrangement minimises friction and eases engagement. That means the shift feel is smoother and easier, especially during power shift. Wrap the throttle for a minute and you'll be amazed how much power Honda engineers have managed to extract between those little aluminium engine cases. As with all 250F engines, the name of the game is RPM, and fortunately, this Honda engine spools up incredibly fast. Mid-range performance is snappy, but keep holding the throttle pinned and you'll be rewarded with a strong top end that never signs off. New steering damper settings conceived alongside suspension setting changes also provide optimal control, even on the roughest ground. In fact, overall, the 2009 CRF250R is so smooth and refined that when you're out doing laps at your favourite track, you'll lose track of time. And that's exactly what you want from a top-flight motocross bike. The 2009 CRF250R is currently available in Australia and retails for around $9,990. For a competitive quote on your insurance, call QBE Insurance, the motorcycle insurance specialists. Time to check out what our test riders thought.
First of all, let me say, the bike that we got, the CRF250R from Honda, was already broken in, already done a few hours work on it. So we didn't have to worry about breaking suspension or engines or anything else like that in, just hopped on and rode it. And my first impression on it, it was good. It felt really good.
The wind and the dust really had an impact on today's testing on the CRF250. It was quite difficult to do the jumps, quite difficult to get the speed around the corners to do the jumps with the wind and the dust and the slippery conditions, but after a few laps, we got a little bit more confidence with the bike and we're able to attack the track a little bit more.
I think it turned really well. I don't know whether the front end helped that or not with the steering dampener.
Look, the suspension was great. I had no problems getting into ruts or getting out of ruts. It steered straight, it tracked very, very well, and I think that's got to do with the steering damper on the front here.
For an intermediate rider, somebody like myself that's not that super quick on it, I enjoyed the ride. You know, I can't say it had a heap of power because I can't use all the power, but certainly it had enough power for me when I was riding it, and it seemed to have a lot of low end power and quite a lot of top end as well. It revved right out. I found I didn't have to shift a lot of gears on it. It stayed in the one gear for a little length of time.
The Honda really did pull quite well from mid all the way through to top end. Didn't drop off anywhere power-wise. Still, engine braking did quite well. Braking was quite comfortable. So generally very good with the power. The bike's very compact and small. You can jump it. It feels like you're not going to make some of these jumps, but because it's so light and nimble and small, you make the jumps. The suspension handles them very well. It's very comfortable to actually jump.
Is there anything I'd change on this bike? Well, to be truthful, most bikes that I get, because of the speed that I ride at and the pace that I'm riding at, all I do is just suspension, and that'd be Chad's off-road that'd do that for me, and maybe a set of handlebars to suit me, but really, I don't think I'd change anything, no.
Look, if I could change something on a CRF250, I would get rid of 2 mufflers. I know it's only a minor thing, but I really don't understand how that works with the power. But if you do crash it, you have to buy 2 mufflers.
It's time to let the fro go!
Well, a 231 for the Honda CRF250R, slotting it just under the Suzuki. Let's see what he does in the Fro quarter mile. An 8.35, who would have thought? And on a windy day too. We couldn't even keep the flags in, it was that windy. Top job, Fro.